What is going on, guys? I am here at, of course, Top Shelf Aquatics. I'm picking up a massive fish selection for the L tank. Now, these are fish that I've picked out a week in advance, 2 weeks in advance, but they've been sitting in the store for the shipment, waiting to be the right time where the QT tanks at the L tank have the right parameters and there's no ammonia left in the tank. There haven't been fish in those QT tanks for a bit, so I want to make sure that they're all good, but now we are bringing out a $2,000 fish spending spree. So let's go bag everything up and let's get it out to the tank. There's so much. And not even done. I've still got another 10 fish to pick. Next, I'm grabbing 2 of these possum wrasses. Now grabbing, I don't have my lens on, but one of the nicest McCosker's wrasses I've ever seen. And now 6 zebra bar gobies. There we go, all 6. So let's grab the box and head to the tank. Okay, now let's head to the tank. All right, we made it to the L tank. First things first, let's get in the house. Gotta bring the salt in. We're gonna get the water mixing first because we're gonna do a water change before we put any of the fish into the new tank. So fresh water is all filled up. Turn this valve. It's just being gravity fed right now over to here. Now, oh my God, it's bright. Now we gotta get all these fish out of the car. Big old box of fish. The gang's all here. The gang's all here. The gang's all here. Hi, hi, hi. You're gonna be famous. Hi. But here is the tank right now. I don't have an orange filter on. Everything looks very happy right now. Hi, Coco. Now, before I do anything with the tank, I'm gonna test all the parameters. Really just focus on phosphate, nitrate, and alkalinity with this tank. So if you haven't seen this tank before, this is the filtration for the L tank on the other side of this wall. I'll walk you through it real quick. Everything's turned off right now because we're about to do a water change, but we have our doser coming up, and then it's dosing alpha reef and bacteria. It's a Chaeto reactor, 4 socks, Regal 200 skimmer, and then there's like mushroom, Yuma lagoon, Recordia lagoon back here, UV sterilizer. Wires aren't super pretty, they used to be, but we've kept adding stuff to the tank to try to be, you know, the highest possible water parameters and, you know, quality as possible. But so that's all off right now, so we do a water change. And now we're doing water changes on the QT system. We have an Innovative Marine 50 and a 30. So I got all the bags lined up. These guys are all going over here. These ones are all coming in here. So first for the 50 is going to be the McCosker's wrasse. Wait till you guys see this one. It is absolutely stunning. Next is a Swalessi or Swalesy basslet. These guys have beautiful orange on them. Just a real, just show stunner. Next up is a juvenile Ember Blenny. Really tough to see the red markings, but when these guys get big, they are just absolutely gorgeous. And lastly, for that side is going to be those zebra bar gobies. Why those guys are acclimating, they are going to be in a formalin dip, and then we're going to do a freshwater dip after that. Now going into a 30 gallon is going to be 2 possum wrasses and a Royal Grandma. So I've now pumped water out of the main display, and you're wondering, how do I pump water back in? That's it. So in the bucket right now, we got all the starfish. There's the candy cane pistol shrimp, Yasha, and we got some feather dusters and that incredible sponge. So we're gonna try the Dracula. The candy cane is pretty close to the Yasha. The Dracula and the tiger pistol, who knows? I think they're both back there. Look at that. That looks so nice there. So we just added the Linkia, 1 tile star, 2 tile star, and then the big serpent star. We got all the zebra bars, Swalessi's back there, 1 possum, Royal Grandma, the Ember Blenny's hiding back there. Here's the McCosker's hiding a little bit. This is a new tank that I'm doing maintenance on. It's a Planet Aquarium's 210. And lastly, we're at Agilos's. It's the big tank. I gotta re-put that into there. Some GSP on the bottom. Oh, Euphilia. Alright guys, it is a week later, so I'm here picking up the last of the oh my. What the? This is a monster Tesla eel. I got a FaceTime call last night when I was home that they brought something in massive. That's a lot bigger in person than it was on camera. But that's not going to the L tank. We are picking up the last 2 wrasses. I still owe a target mandarin, a female. There is a male in the tank. And then we're grabbing a couple things for Agilos, nothing too crazy. But let's get it going. So we are back out at the L tank. I brought out a little Randall's goby. And then we have, which one is this? This is the Velvet Wrasse, and then we have a Pink Margin Wrasse. Back here, I'm doing water changes on the QT tanks. You can see the Zebra Bar gobies are out swimming. There's the McCosker's Wrasse. Let me turn some light off real quick. You can see the, might not be able to really see, but the Swalzy and the Ember Bunny are in there. And over here, we have the Royal Grandma, and then 1 possum, 2 possum. So I'm gonna do a quick water change on these 2. That just goes into the brute trash can when I take the water out. And then back here, there's a hose coming from the water mixing station in the garage, and that just refills the tanks. Super simple. All right, so now both tanks are drained. I'm gonna come around here, already mixed the salt. Grab the hose. Pop it right there. There's 2 valves, 1 and 2. Here it comes. And now I'm just gonna do that for both tanks. All right, we got both wrasses in the bucket. They are drip acclimating. And now we're gonna use the safety stop. We're just gonna put the formalin into the bucket of they're drip acclimating in, so they're in it for at least 30 minutes. Then we're gonna move them over to a freshwater dip after that. Now we're gonna come over to my big control board and hit pump, skimmer, and MP40s. I don't have a clip right now, but the mushrooms are loving life back here. Now we drain this tank into the bucket. All right, now that the tank is drained, we're gonna come back over here and pump some salt water in. Here it comes. Randall's goby just went in. Oh, of course the algae's right there. Now I also brought out some pre-seeded media from our farm. If you're interested in getting some, it's really just loaded with microbes from our big farm system. Go to our website, topshelfaquatics.com. There's a bunch of that stuff on there. All right, so both wrasses have been in their formalin dip for about 30 minutes. But they've also been drip acclimating during that time. So now we're gonna pop them into this bucket, which has methylene blue and freshwater for about 5 minutes. All right, they've been in the freshwater for about 5 minutes now. We're gonna put the Pink Margin in this tank and then the Red Velvet in this tank. They are similar in species, so in a smaller tank there's a bunch of fish in there, so there might be a little aggression. We're gonna diffuse that as much as possible and split them up. All right, Pink Margin. Right into the tank. Now the Red Velvet. Over here. There's the Red Velvet. It's getting adjusted right now. Look at the colors on that fish. And then the Pink Margin. It's just gonna hide out in there. But both made a beautiful transition. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for this video. I'm here at Agilos's right now cleaning up the 900. We're going to be taking down this 40-gallon very soon. But just cleaning up around here and get the fish out of QT, pop them in the big tank. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, comment what's your favorite fish that we put into the new, well, I guess into the quarantine first. But that got in this awesome fish package. But comment down below, let me know. I really appreciate the support you guys have been giving me recently. So smash that like button to keep it up. Subscribe so you can see more stuff. And I'll see you next time.